Okay, everybody, today we are going to make salsa negra, and we're going to add that to some shrimp and vegetables and serve it over rice. And the cat is already jumping up on this counter. Mulan, you're not going to like this, Mulan. It's spicy. It's a little bit spicy. I think it's probably on the same level as like medium salsa. And the reason for the spiciness or alleged spiciness is because you've got chipotle peppers inside there, and they're like smoked, aged habanero, so they get a little tangy. So what you're going to use to make this, and this is going to be a super easy recipe, just takes a little bit of time because you have to reduce it. Two of these 7-ounce cans of chipotle peppers and adobo sauce. I got these on Amazon. They were delivered. They're pretty good. 2 tablespoons of molasses, 1/2 cup of water, a 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar, a 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar, not light brown sugar, dark brown sugar. And then at the end, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. That comes in at the end though. First step is to just take all the ingredients and place them in a blender, everything but the soy sauce. And probably a little bit of salt at the end if you want to add more salt to it. There's already a fair amount of salt in this. Let's get our chilies in the blend. Oh, they smell smoky. They smell so good. Delish. All right, can number 2. And you want everything in there. The sauce that it's in, you want it all. Just put it all in there. In fact, just to really get it out, we can take our 1/2 cup of water and pour that in there, right in the can. Kind of swirl them around a little bit, just to get some more of that sauce out of there. If you want to get as much as possible in there, that's pretty good. Balsamic vinegar, 1/4 cup. Ooh, it's alive. Dark brown sugar, 1/4 cup. That's in there. And then 2 tablespoons of molasses. If I can get this open. There we go. So here we go. And that's 1. And that's 2. And that makes a mess. Alrighty. And then we will put a lid on it. And then we're going to blend this up until it's all combined. So that's on high. We'll try liquefy. Doesn't really take that long. It looks pretty good. Pretty well mixed up in there. I'll probably hit it for a couple more seconds, just to make sure. Okay. And we're going to take our saucepan, pour it in. Oh, look at that. Just looks fantastic. And maybe we'll take a scraper, and somebody's texting. Do we have one? There we go. There it is. Okay, we'll take a scraper and just get all that delicious, smoky, slightly tangy sauce out of there. So when this is all done and you put this on something, it's going to have like a little bit of spice to it and a nice sweet finish. That's pretty good. And then we're going to put this on medium-low heat for about 30 minutes. And then we'll add our soy sauce. So I'm just going to stop recording. I'll do the 30 minutes, and then I'll come back when that's ready. By the way, I should add that's 30 minutes on like a medium-low heat. It is going to bubble up. So hopefully you have a pan that's high enough to contain this. Mine might splatter around a little bit. And during that 30 minutes, I am also going to stir this up. Let's get a trivet here so I can put my spoon on it. In between stirs, but yeah, I'm going to stir this when it starts to bubble up while it reduces, so I don't burn the sides or burn the bottom. All right, so 30 minutes. Here we go. Okay, 30 minutes are up. Been stirring it as we go. Made a little bit of a mess, but I already cleaned it up. So now we're going to take our 1/4 cup of our soy sauce, and we're going to combine that in there. And you know what? This is much better if you take this cap off, because it only lets drops out at a time. So let's unscrew that. Make this easier on ourselves. There we go. Soy sauce. All right. And that's basically it. If it's too thick, if it doesn't have the consistency you want, you can always add a little bit more water to it. That's pretty good for me, I think. It's kind of runny, like a runny ketchup would be. Because I do want it to cling a little bit to my vegetables and my shrimp I'm going to put this on. Now, if you want to stick around, because that's basically it. You can let that cool off, taste it, and if you need to add a little more salt, you can add a little more salt. Salt will help it store in the fridge. Should keep for a couple of months. Not that it'll last that long because it's so good. My son uses this a lot. He seasons a lot of his food with it, chips and things and whatnot. That's why I'm making, this is the second batch of this I made. But this will be the first time I try it with shrimp on it. So stick around. Oh, please subscribe if you like these kind of videos. I'll keep doing them. But stick around and I'll show you how I'm going to prepare the shrimp over rice with eggplant and zucchini. And I'll set that up. I'll let this cool off a little bit more. Okay, so our salsa negra has cooled off. I put it in 2 containers. I had a little bit left over from the last batch that I made that I'm going to use first. Then I'll get into that. I've got 10 shrimp for, it's just the mama and I tonight. So that's all we wanted. But try and get wild caught, not previously frozen shrimp if you can, especially wild caught, because farm raised is, they dump antibiotics in the water to keep the shrimp healthy because they're swimming around in their own messes and all that in those farms. It's better to get them ocean caught. I've got some oil and a little bit of butter in a pan I'm heating up. And I'm not gonna do a whole like watch me cook and do that with this video. It's real simple. I'm just gonna put these shrimp in 2 minutes aside. At the end of the first 2 minutes, I'm gonna sprinkle a little salt and pepper on top, flip them over, 2 minutes, then I'm gonna take them out and put them in another bowl. So I'm gonna use this Phillies cap, right? Then I'll just wipe the pan out real quick with a paper towel, and then a little more oil, and then I'll saute the zucchini and eggplant. And then when I'm ready, then I'll start filming again, and I'm gonna add the salsa negra and put the shrimp back in. The rice is already cooking and has about 8 minutes to go. So by the time I'm done all this, everything should be done at the same time, and then I'll plate it and you can see it and I'll taste it and tell you what I think. So I'm gonna start with the shrimp, 2 minutes aside, and then we'll see it in 4 minutes, or well, actually no, a little bit longer, because I'm gonna wipe that out and then start sauteing the veggies. So let me get to work. Okay, fingers crossed this is gonna be good. Let's see. I cooked the eggplant first, then I added the zucchini in. Now I'm gonna put some of the sauce in here. I haven't done a whole lot of vegetable sauteing in my time as a fake YouTube chef, so hopefully that's good. Put that sauce in there. Let's just stir that up and see how much we got. We want to coat it. It's not going to be enough. We need a little bit more. So I'll turn the heat down. Add a little bit more. Oh, I can smell it. Smell that. Then we're going to add our shrimp back in. Spread them out. Mix it all up. Use my spatula here. Just kind of stir this all together. Look at that. Look at that. It actually looks good. It smells great. So the heat's on low. I think everything's cooked. We'll let that heat up for a minute. Now I'm going to get my rice. Serving here in the Mickey bowl. Muy caliente. All right. Now, the moment of truth is upon us. Heat off. Move this over here, right next to it. Lid off. And let's see here. I'm gonna get 2, 3, 4, 5. And I better take 6 because there's 10 in here. I think the mama's only gonna want 4 at this heat. If she likes it, I'll give her one of mine. Then I'm gonna get some veggies and put them on there. Some zucchinis and eggplants. And then let's just have a taste here. Look at that zucchini. Coated in that. Whoops, I dropped it. There we go. Zucchini. Here we go. Tastes good. A little spicy. A little sweet. I like it. So if you make this, if you try it with something else, you can, obviously you don't have to do exactly what I did. You can use other foods to try and mix that in there. Let me know how it was. Let me know if it was too hot for you. I don't think it's hot enough, but I did the 1 chip challenge. Anyway, have a good weekend, and let me know what you think. Take care.